bring in Jacques Reland, who's a senior research fellow at the Global Policy Institute. Jacques, very quickly, very briefly, your raw reaction to this breaking news.
It was expected. I know that it was dead man walking because both the far right and the far left were intent on bringing him down. What was interesting is that on the left side, the Socialist Party, which is a government party, which represents 60 votes, voted the censorship. But today was an interesting development in the speeches by the various leaders. And the leader of the Socialist Party actually was very constructive, saying that censorship is not the beginning of chaos. This censorship could be a new start if President Macron chooses a prime minister on the center left. That would create problem for the Socialist Party with the Mélenchon supporter. But they both have Macron and the center-right, both have the same agenda. You have two extreme parties, the National Front and the LFI, the Mélenchon supporters, who want an election as quickly as possible. The Socialist Party, the government party of François Hollande and François Mitterrand and Jean Jospin, a governing party, soft left, doesn't want a snap presidential election very quickly. They want the institution to carry out till 2027. In the meanwhile, they're ready to cooperate with other parties of the center-right, of what we call the Republican Art, the Republican Front, which opposed the National Front in the June and July elections. So therefore, now we see this could be a very interesting development, is that if last time Macron chose a prime minister who tried to make friends with the far right and realized that it's a dead end, they will always put, and especially now that Marine Le Pen could be not eligible in a few months' time, so she wants to cook election. Yeah. So we will have a prime minister soon, and this one, I think the center left is ready, which was not present in the last government, is ready to take part in a government with the center right and the center.
So you think you'll have a prime minister soon? Just as the world looks at this, just talk to us about the ramifications here for France itself, for Europe, for the Eurozone, because this is one of the most influential countries in Europe.
Indeed, and Europe is in a bad situation at the moment. So that's why we don't want to, there's the financial situation of France with the budget, but France has always been a high-spending country, as your correspondent was saying. We are the one who spend the highest part of our GDP in social spending. So it's true that, but the problem is not so much the financial situation. Yes, the increase in rates will cost France another 20 million next year, but it's the economic situation of France and especially that of Germany. And when you have in Europe the two main economies in a bad political situation, political instability in Germany, political instability in France, plus economic situation deteriorating in Germany, and when Germany catches a cold, everyone suffers. So because they have so many trading partners, Italy will suffer, and so on. So that's why it's very important, at least, that in France there's some degree of stability. And I think that the center-left, the Socialist Party, will probably come to the rescue of Macron in the coming days. We'll see which kind of prime minister he appoints tomorrow or after.
Jacques, as we wait for that appointment of the next French Prime Minister, just talk to us about how people will be reacting to this, yet again waking up to no government in their country.
Yes, I mean, they will say, but it was expected. Everyone knew that this government was going to fall. Barnier was considered the right man in the right place at the right time when he was nominated. But unfortunately, he his strategy wasn't very good. He tried to deal with the far right, realized that, and now we realize, and Macron will realize also that it's impossible. So he's obliged, in my opinion, to move the center of power towards the left, to have a government with the center and the left. And the left is 60%. And the center-right, which was in power, is 246. So if the governing, the soft left, agrees to take part in a government, they will have a majority, and they will be able to stand many votes of no confidence. So there's one stumbling block. The stumbling block is the fact that the left used to insist on the abrogation of the pensions reform, to which Macron is very attached, and to which the European Commission is also very attached, because it will show a sign that France is trying to deal with these public deficits. So, but I did not hear today the leader of the Socialist Party mentioning that as a condition for taking part in a government. That's why I think that maybe the situation will improve, that the censorship will not lead to chaos, but maybe to a new redistribution of the cards, where French party, like in Germany, are able to work together, not impose their program to start with, negotiate among each other on a basic program, which will be a very narrow program, and a budget, and try to bring some stability, which is what the French people want, really. They're fed up with this chaos, which Macron initiated by this ill-timed and incomprehensible snap election that nobody understood why. And maybe there's a way out to bring some form of stability, which everyone wants in France.
And that's what we'll be looking out for, also the way out and how to bring stability there.
And I think it goes via the center-left, taking part in the next government.
All right, we'll end on that strong analysis point, and let's see if that develops. Jacques Reland, thank you very much indeed for your time and analysis on our breaking news. The French Prime Minister has been ousted in a historic no-confidence vote. Thank you.